I mean, who said that non-rock music couldn't be heavy? Hey everybody, how's it going? I've got a brand new music video reaction/review coming at you today, and this one is for Do Doom Chit by Crayon. Obviously the sounds of a kick drum and a hi-hat. Just by the title, I'm definitely expecting some electronic, like drum and bass type of stuff, but we'll see what happens. So let's jump right in and check it out. Here we go. Love the Melbourne bounce kind of influence, the EDM kind of influence. Man, this thing hits hard. Alright, I like the crescendo synths too. I mean, who said that non-rock music couldn't be heavy? I think this is a good example. Did not expect that breakdown. Also, the kind of saxophone influences reminding me of music like from Serbia and that area. Definitely that type of influence, or a European influence. I've heard that a lot in dance music from that entire region. And then of course, like I mentioned before, the Melbourne bounce kind of feel. I like that they're moving the chord progression around a little bit too. It's not just droning on like one single note the whole time. It's definitely interesting kind of contrasting their vocal style with a very hard, heavy electronic sound. I wouldn't say that that contrast actually fits in theory, but in practice here, they've actually pulled it off pretty well. And I think somehow the song does make sense as a cohesive unit between the vocals and then the very heavy backing track. So I like this a lot. This was very surprising to me. I know this group does all kinds of kind of crazy concepts. They are super committed to whatever style or concept that they're doing. And I appreciate that, you know, hit or miss, whatever they're going to do, whatever they're going to wear along with the concept, they seem to just fully commit to it, and I definitely think that this was a hit. It was a success. The production sounded very big, you know, in your face, bold, extremely heavy as well with that kind of bounce influence, you know, that really aggressive bass synthesizer. It's something I like personally a lot. And then combining that with that kind of aggressive rave synthesizer like Psy is used a lot in his music, and then adding a very tasteful and musical saxophone part that doesn't just sound like a random sample of a honking goose. Sorry again, BTS. But really, they made all of those elements work and then fit together with their voices, which weren't really sung or performed in a heavy, aggressive type of way like the rest of the track. So I don't even know exactly why this worked as well as it did. I just know that as a finished product, having kind of aesthetics from different angles all intersecting at one point, that it did work, and it is catchy and it is pleasing to the ear. And I could definitely see this type of song being picked up for remixes, or maybe even as is in the EDM type of scene, which of course is an extremely popular global scene and might get them some more exposure outside of just the sort of sphere of K-pop. So anyway, let's jump back into this song, analyze it again, and I'll try to point out some more things about it. Here we go. Also, that snare sample, I'm pretty sure I've used it. I can almost name like the sample pack that it came from. I think everybody has used that who's done electronic music in the last 10 years. I'm also noticing a trend kind of recently where they're starting off K-pop songs with like a refrain or a chorus before they go into the first verse. And I wasn't hearing that a lot for a while, so it seems to be kind of a recent thing, but it's definitely kind of cool. I definitely like when an industry or a genre of music kind of switches up their traditional formats, so it's not just, you know, every song is the exact same form. That definitely keeps things more interesting. Yeah, that saxophone hook is definitely really cool. Really adds something to the song rather than just being like a copy-pasted sample is just kind of annoying. Absolutely love this switch and feel, completely changing up the song here. And then something that a lot of people don't do well, I've noticed, is getting back out of something when you do such a radical change like that in the middle of the song. But I thought they got right back into the original feel of the song seamlessly in this case. And it also keeps their style intact. You know, this is something a little different, but you can tell it's got that kind of Crayon pop style just all over it, you know. They didn't lose their musical identity when they created something like this, even though they tried something kind of new. If I had any criticism about this, I'd say that the vocals are like so compressed to try to compete with the backing track that maybe they sound a little bit too monolithic, lacking in dynamics just a tiny little bit. And I understand that they probably had to do that to get their vocal style across and over the ridiculously hard backing track. So it's not really a complaint or criticism. I totally understand why they probably had to do that, but it's something that definitely came up in my mind towards the end of the song, and the fact that they were singing in a little bit plainer, you know, vocal style with not a lot of like vibrato and character in their voices on purpose, combining it with the fact that there weren't a lot of dynamics in the vocals, it did make them sound maybe just a tiny bit artificial or stiff. But it's not a big deal. I definitely like this song, and it's something that I can do the What Is Love Will Ferrell dance to, so that of course is always a plus as well, and I'll definitely be looking forward to checking out the rest of these tracks. So thanks so much for watching. Please let me know in the comment section what you thought about this song, what you thought about my analysis. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you could share this video all over the place, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, forums, all that stuff really helps me out, and I'll see you guys next time.